so much to discover around our area, and that is why we are doing a one-tank trip. But first, we need to stop and fill up right here at End Market with some food, fuel, fresh choices, and friendly faces. Join me, WTOC's Michaela Romero, as I hit the road to discover fun, fascinating day trips you and your family will love. We'll explore all kinds of adventures across the coastal empire and lowcountry made possible by End Market. Today, we're going to Okefenokee Adventures in Folkston, Georgia, which is 127 miles away. We made it to the swamp and they say we're in for an adventure. Come on, let's go.
I'm most excited to share that we have this wild place that's just right in our backyard that a lot of people don't realize it's here. As well, it's kind of an unknown secret, and it kind of gets a bad rap because it's labeled as a swamp, but just how beautiful it is. I like to tell people it's more like being in a fairy tale than actually being in a swamp. Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge encompasses over 440,000 acres. It's bigger than both the LA Metroplex and the New York City Metroplex. Okefenokee Adventures operates out of the main entrance to the Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge on the east side of the swamp, just south of Folkston. We provide canoe and kayak rentals, as well as guided overnight trips and our famous 90-minute boat tours. On the 90-minute boat tour, it's predominantly a kind of a history and ecology lesson. The naturalists will talk about all the plants and wildlife we see along the way. Gators are a popular one, as well as a lot of birds. All sorts of varieties of insects and other small critters will be along the way as well. We estimate there's anywhere between 10 and 15,000 American alligators out here. First thing I like to tell people is there's never actually been a recorded alligator attack in the Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge, but we like to tell people to simply use swamper sense, or common sense for lack of better terms, and just to give them their space and they'll leave you alone. I like to tell people they're fat and happy out here, so they have no need to bother humans. A lot of people don't realize we have over 230 different bird species that come down throughout the migratory patterns in the spring and the fall, as well as lots of different smaller mammals, possums, raccoons. Past the boat tour, we always recommend people renting the canoes and kayaks or the bikes and checking out the Swamp Island Drive, going down there and seeing the Chester Island Homestead, who were the last family to actually live within the swamp until about 1958. You can see their old house and their way of living and how they raised their livestock and crops, as well as the boardwalk hike is a 1.5 mile round trip hike that's real flat on a boardwalk, and it goes out to the 40-foot observation tower. And then we always recommend people check out the visitor center and see the videos that they have in there, as well as the information. So one of my favorite parts is just getting out into the wild and the wilderness that we have out here. Over 75% of that 440,000 is wilderness area, and just being away from people, listening to nature and the sounds, as well as the dark sky at night, has some great stargazing activities. Really, the last thing I have to say is it's a lot of family fun. I take pride in all of our events and guided tours are customizable, so I'm more than happy to talk with people and customize an experience. If you don't want to be out there for 4 hours and want something shorter, we take pride in the fact that we will customize an experience for people.
And they say as long as you don't feed these guys, you'll have the best adventure yet. Catch you later, alligator. If you went on this one-tank trip, send us your photos. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have an idea on where we should go next, let us know at WTOC.com/one-tank trips.